we have started a chapter that is improvement in food resources. Okay? So, what is food resources? The resources from where we get food. Okay, we get food from two major resources. What are those? First, it's plant. Next, it is animals, right? We get food from those things. In this chapter, what we are learning is we are learning about the methods to improve food resources. So in the first part, we have talked about to increase the production or yield in the crops. So the foods which we get from the crops will increase. Okay, the yields will increase, and we are, because there is higher demand and the area is less. Okay, because of that.
Good evening, ma'am.
So there are.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening, Razi. Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so why do we need to improve food resources, Razi and Arham?
Ma'am, we need to improve our food resources because there are too many. There's like there's not enough space. There's not enough space for the food that is required for everyone, and also
Yes,
the
Ma'am, the
population is getting higher
population.
and higher and higher. So
yes,
and we need to feed
correct,
the same
correct,
amount of
perfect.
people in the same amount of space.
Yes. So the food, right? The population is increasing, but the resources are same, right? To meet those demands, we have to improve food resources. Okay. So there are major ways, and we have talked about types of crops. I think Advika was there at that time.
Yes, ma'am. I was there.
Yeah, there are like cereal crop, pulses, oilseed, vegetables, spices, fruits, and fodder crops. What are
Yeah.
fodder crops?
Ma'am, the crops that we give to the animals.
Yes,
Ma'am, to
those
feed
are,
them.
Ma'am,
yeah,
you
those are
told us,
fodder.
ma'am, like you told us about the grass and all, like, ma'am, the grass
Yes,
the cattle basically eats, and you told us that
yes,
they're separately grown
Ma'am,
for them.
yes.
ma'am, my copy is finished. Ma'am, may I go downstairs to bring my new copy?
Okay, okay. Are you
Okay,
guys
ma'am. Thank you,
taking
ma'am.
notes?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, good. Shazan?
Yes, ma'am. I also write it.
Okay, good.
And when it is like very important, then I take notes. I mean, not
Ah,
like it's super important when it's important.
you keep your notebook beside yourself. When you find something important, you just note it down.
Ma'am, notes as in just jot down the main points, right?
Yeah.
Ah, yes, ma'am. Then I do that. I don't write like everything in detail. Just write.
Okay. So the major way we can improve is first crop variety improvement. The improvement of variety of crops. Okay, where we improve the crop variety. Suppose there are major ways to improve. First is hybridization. Next is genetically modified crops. In hybridization, there we make cross between two dissimilar plants, and we get the high yield hybrid. Okay, and there are three ways, that is three types of hybridization, that is intervarietal, interspecific, I'll rub it here. Okay, and intergeneric. Okay, intervarietal, it is the cross between what do I mean by cross, Razi?
Ma'am,
Arnam?
crop? Ma'am,
Cro-
cross or
yes,
crops?
cross.
Ma'am, like the sign cross?
Yes, in biology they say cross.
Ma'am, is it like wrong?
No.
No, ma'am, I can tell. I can tell. Ma'am, I can tell.
Tell Aram.
Ma'am, it is. Ma'am, it is like cross means like breeding to like it's like taking others like what was it?
Breeding.
Species?
It is
Yeah,
breeding,
breeding.
basic
Breeding.
mating. Yes, that is cross. So we take one plant and cross it with other, then we get offspring, right? We
Yes.
get new plant, that is hybrid. Okay.
Yes.
So in intervarietal, what we do, we take two varieties. One variety is crossed with another variety. The crops which we get from that, That is called intervarietal hybridization. Okay. Then interspecific, the cross is made between two different species. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Are in belonging to the same species also, the cross is made. Okay. Next, intergeneric. Here the cross is made between plants belonging to different genera. Okay. Here you will learn all this in the next chapter, which we are going to take, which I'm going to take, that is diversity. In that you will learn species, genus, family, order, uh, class, phylum, kingdom. All these are classifications. Okay. And genetically modified crops, what are those?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
it's
like,
ma'am, it's
when
right
two
in the
plants are
name. It's
basically mixed
genetically,
together and a new
it's
plant is there.
genetically modified.
Yes, it is genetically modified.
Modified. Ma'am, so like basically, ma'am, the genetics of two plants is like mixed
Yeah,
together.
genes,
It's combined,
genes.
and then you
Yeah,
get a
the
totally.
genes.
You
The
get two
genes.
new. You get a new product. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, like, what's an
Here,
example of it?
example, you can see tobacco, the new variety tobacco, all the tobacco, then the cotton crops,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
those, yeah, those the tobacco plants, right? When they are genetically modified, what is happening here is it is resistant to the viruses, tobacco mosaic virus.
Ma'am, so ma'am, if we can do like genetic modification in crops, can we do it in like humans and animals too?
Yeah, now they are doing that genetically modification, the mouse, with the mouse. Now it
Yes,
is
ma'am.
what to tell, it is not approved, like majority of people are thinking,
Ma'am, animal testing. Yes, ma'am. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, it is going through the phases. In the
yes, ma'am.
future, yeah, in the future it will be there.
Yes, ma'am, most probably.
Yeah. Whichever gene we don't want, whichever character we don't want, what do? We just modify it.
Delete it, or like just not delete it, just like
Yeah,
change it.
yeah, change it to desirable quality. Okay, traits. Next, the factors of crop variety improvement.
Fact.
Yeah, based on which we are improving. Why we are improving all the points? Higher yields, to get higher yields, improve quality, then biotic and abiotic resistance, then change in maturity, duration, then wider adaptability, then desirable agronomic characters. Okay, all this thing. Next, we have talked about crop production management. Before that, we have talked about the variety improvement. After that, we are producing, right? We have to manage that. So in this, we have talked about the management, nutrition management, the doses which we have to give to the plants, right? We need nutrition. Likewise, plants also need nutrition, and there are two types, that is macronutrition and micronutrition. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Then we have manure. What is manure?
Ma'am, it's like what do you say?
Hmm. Natural fertilizer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. From where it is obtained?
it's obtained
Ma'am,
like from
ma'am, by
animal.
organic matter. Ma'am, like
Yeah.
cow dung and all.
Yes. Animal excreta, right? Then
Yes.
plants. Right. Okay. Next, there are two methods, that is compost and vermicomposting, right? The degradation process, right? In the compost, we put it in pits, all the waste material. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And in vermicomposting, what do we do?
Ma'am, you just performs.
Yeah, we use earthworms
Worms.
to
Okay.
decompose. Yeah, to break down all the waste materials and get manure. Okay. Next, we have green manure. What is that?
Ma'am, it's like from plants.
Yes, from plants. We get that directly from plants. We plant the this type of plant. What is sun hemp or guar? And after that, it will die out, and the nutrition, right? The nutrition is the nutrition. After that, it is mixed with the soil and plugged. Okay. And after that, the seed is planted, so the nutrition can be obtained. Okay, because soil will contain that green manure. Okay. Okay. Next, what is advantage of manure?
The advantage
Ma'am, cost
is
effective.
like, yeah, it's cost effective. That is all. It's also like it won't like spoil the water,
Water, then the soil.
soil. Yeah.
Yes, correct. And next we have the fertilizer.
The bad things about the fertilizer, it is not cost effective. But the good things about the fertilizer, it takes like little time
Yes, it
to
takes little time. Manure takes long period of time,
to
right? But
reward
it doesn't spoil the soil.
soil.
But the fertilizer, it will improve
It,
quickly. The soil will improve quickly, but the soil will get spoiled. Okay. So what is organic farming?
organic what?
Organic farming.
It Organic farming
Yes.
is it just it is I actually I don't know.
It's okay. Razi, it is environmentally friendly. Okay. It doesn't spoil the soil or cause water pollution. Okay. So here in organic farming, we don't use or we use in less quantity. What
We
things?
use less quantity fertilizers and all of them.
All of them. And also we use biofertilizers, right?
From biofertilizer.
Then biopesticides for storage. And we use cropping patterns, right? And for production, the need for nutrition and also the water is also needed, right? We have talked about nutrition. Next, the water, the irrigation, that is. So there are many types of methods for irrigating the fields, right? Farmers use different methods, wells, canals, river lift system, then tanks, all this. What is drought?
What is what, ma'am?
Drought.
What is that?
Ma'am, drought is when
Ma'am,
like the
ma'am,
water in a
there-
certain
Like
area
very less
dries up,
water.
and yes, ma'am, the
Yes.
water dries up, and ma'am, you can't go
The
crops,
water
so
dries
like
up.
no life can survive there.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. If there is
Ma'am,
irregular
like there is no
rain or
rain.
no
Ma'am,
rain,
there's no rain. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
yeah, continuously year
Ma'am, it
after
happens
year.
in deserts.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
In desert and sometime in some areas what happens if there is no rain continuously, drought will occur there. Okay, next we are that is the cropping patterns. All this will come under the production management. Okay. Next, mixed cropping. What is that?
Mixed cropping.
Yes, in this what two or more crops will be planted, different crops,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And the nutrition, yes, tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, when two or more crops are grown on same piece of land on in one growing season only.
Yes, and they are not competitive. Okay, one crop's nutrition requirement will be different from the other crops, and that's how the crops are selected. Okay, next in intercropping, one row, one plant, one crop,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
next row, the other crop, right?
Ma'am, in
Same.
row patterns.
Yes, in the pattern. And crops rotation.
Ma'am, it's just like at one point, it's like at some time, some crops grow and
Ma'am,
it's with another
ma'am,
crops
growing
grow. It's
different
like that.
crops on the same piece of land.
Yeah, yeah, kind of like
Yes.
that. But yeah, crop
Yes,
rotation. So it's kind of like,
rotation.
yeah. So it's like
One plant is
one plant is
planted.
one. Yeah.
After that, it is harvested. Right. After that, next different plant is planted. Okay.
Ma'am,
It
then
will be
ma'am,
one
it's
after
like,
another.
ma'am,
Yes.
no, what's the difference between like mixed cropping and crop rotation?
Yes. In mixed cropping, at the same time, the different crops are planted, and in the crop rotation, one plant is planted. Like one crop
Ma'am,
is
then ma'am,
planted.
intercropping
And
is also
after
the
the
same.
intercropping, it is in the row. So
Ma'am, how
three
does it
things
make a
are,
difference if it's in a row or not?
yeah, it makes a difference because it won't affect. And also, there will be what is that? Pests. If one crop is spoiled, the other crop won't get affected.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the rotation, one crop is planted, suppose wheat.
Yeah.
Okay. After
Yes,
that, after it is harvested, next
And then another plant.
yeah, another plant like paddy. Okay. After that, after paddy is harvested, another crop. It is on rotation. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Based on the nutrition content of the soil. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a question. There were two farmers. Okay. Farmer one and farmer two. Okay. Now, what is happening here is this farmer, right? Farmer one is having a large area of large field, okay, cultivation area, and this farmer two, he is having small plot of land for cultivation, okay, and this farmer too, oh, he's using various manures and fertilizers, then cropping methods, then irrigation methods, all that, right? And he is planting many types of crops also, okay. And this farmer one, he's poor, okay, so he cannot afford all these things. So he's planting less plant, and he is getting yield. So which farmer will get more crops, and which farmer will also get more yield and more money?
Ma'am, farmer two.
Yes, farmer too. It's like this. How much ever you give, right? The quantity you give, you reap what you sow. It's like that. If you're giving more things to to the cultivation, for the cultivation, you will get higher yields. Okay, understood? Next we will have, yeah, crop protection. We have talked about the variety improvement, that is breeding, and then production, and then we also require it to protect, right, the crops which we have taken, which we have harvested, all the things we have to protect. So the things we have to protect from is weeds, insects, pests, then crop diseases. What are weeds?
Ma'am, it's like
Unwanted
those,
plants.
that things like
Unwanted plants.
unwanted.
Yes, unwanted plants. And why we don't want this plant?
Mom, because like they use the water that we give to the plants and nutrients from the soil.
Yes, they are also type of plant, right? Right.
Yes, mom.
So they are being competitive to the plant, to the crops which we have planted. Okay, they are using those nutritions. So that's why they have to be removed. They will be removed manually, or they can use weedicides. Okay. Next, insect pests. What about them?
Insects and like, ma'am, we can use pesticides.
Yes, and why do we have to? How does this affect the crops?
I'm using pesticides or the pest.
No, I'm asking how this insects and pests are affecting the crops.
Mom, sometimes they chew off the leaves,
Yes,
Ma'am, they
and mom,
weaken
they
the
suck off
roots,
the
ma'am.
nectar.
yes, they weaken the weaken the leaves, all that,
Ma'am,
and
and the roots also.
also they suck the sap, right? Cell sap, liquid
Yes,
substance
mom.
from this,
Yes,
and
Yes,
ma'am.
mom.
also
Sometimes,
they get
mom, they
inside the
dig
fruit.
and the fruits. Yes,
Yes,
mom, they dig and get inside the fruits.
Ma'am, they're like
Yes,
parasites.
ma'am.
yes, all this thing, and how we are controlling this?
Mom, using pesticides.
Yes,
Pesticides.
yes, we are using pesticides, and then summer ploughing also. In the summer, the fields are ploughed deep. Because of that, pests and weeds will be destroyed.
Destroyed.
Okay. Next, crop diseases.
Ma'am, I don't know, like a disease. Like,
Yes,
it's just like a regular disease, like in humans.
yes, crops are also affected by the diseases. Like the crops are affected by bacteria, fungi, viruses. All these things affect the
Ma'am,
plants, and it causes diseases.
so like, even if a crop is getting like yes, can a crop get yes yield because of a disease?
Yes, it will get infected because of that the seed quantity, the quality of the crops will reduce, and also the coloration of the crops will reduce. Okay.
Okay.
So, and how are these controlled? They are controlled by herbicide, insecticides, and fungicides.
Fungicides?
Yes, fungicides. And also, if the infected crops, right? If we find out that this crop is infected, it is taken out of the field. So the rest of the plants cannot get infected. Okay.
Okay.
Next, we have,
How do they know that a crop is affected?
because when you look at the plant, right? Normal plant will be
Ma'am, like they
different
start
from the
decaying.
diseased plant, right? There will be discoloration. You have seen the leaves, the patches, all that thing,
Okay.
who's all that thing, and the shortening of the leaves.
Okay.
The particular plant will have particular features, right? If it is lacking, then it is diseased. Okay. Next, we have storage of grains. In this, here also, while storing the grain also, right, the produce, we have harvested, and we are storing it. While storing also, the many types of pathogens will come and attack, and
Yeah,
also it will spoil the yields. In the news, you have seen,
I'm
right?
like insects.
Yeah, sometimes the tomato price will increase, or potato price will increase. Why? Because wherever they're storing it, that crop is one crop. If it is infected, the rest of the crop will be getting infected. So that the thing, the potato, what will happen? It will spoil. So all there will be less potato, so it will be
Potato
high
price will
demand.
increase.
Because of that, the price will increase.
Yes.
Okay. So the major way it can affect is biotic factor and abiotic factor. Biotic factor means the biological factor, like rodents, fungi, insects, all that, mites, bacteria. And abiotic factors like moisture, temperature, right? If it is not stored in
Like
appropriate,
greeneries.
yes, appropriate temperature or moisture, if it is given more moisture, it will get spoiled. Okay. So how this will affect the crops? First is degradation in quality, then poor germinative capacity, then discoloration of the produce, loss in weight. The quality, right? It will
It also,
degrade.
mom, it'll also get, the weight will also, there'll be a loss in weight.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And discoloration, like in the tomato, you can see here discoloration is happening. And then poor germinative property. What is that? Germination. What is that germination?
Ma'am, it's like how like a seed grows into like a plant. It germinates.
This,
Process.
yes, this is this seed, right? Which
Yes.
state is it in? It is dormancy, and it is having seed coat. After that, if the particular condition, right, temperature, moisture, all the environmental condition and internal condition is appropriate, right? Then what will happen? There will be growth. This is first, there will be growth of the radicle. What is radicle? The root part. Okay, the root part from where the root arises. That is radicle. Okay, and after that it will grow. It will go into the soil and it will get the nutrition, all that roots, and all. After that, that seed coat will be lost. Okay, and after that there will be growth of the shoot, that is pumule.
And what is that?
Pumule, the shoot part, shoot.
Okay.
From radical, root will arise, and from the pumule, shoot will arise. Okay, shoot means the upper part of the plant, right? Leaves and all that. Like this, it will germinate. And so this, if if it is getting infected, what will happen? The germinative quality, the quantity, all this will decrease. Okay, it will have less capacity for the germination. Okay, and we can prevent all these things by how? By proper storage. And every time there should be cleaning wherever the crops are kept. Okay. Next we have, what do we do next? First the produce, we will dry it in sunlight, then we keep it in shade, all that process. Then fumigation. What is happening here? This fumigation, we are using fumes of chemicals. Okay, this person is wearing that coat and all that, right? Why he's wearing that? Because this fumes, right, it will be harmful to us. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have talked about the all the from previous, what we have talked about.
Ma'am, we talked about crop production management, crop variety improvement, and crop
Plant-based
production management.
resources, the improvement of plant-based resources, the improvement, the protection, the production of the plant-based resources. Now here in animal husbandry, what we will be talking about, we will be talking about the animal based resources, food resources, right? How to improve that, the management of the animals, right? Or cattle, it is called animal husbandry. Okay, the feeding, then the breeding, then protecting it from disease will of the cattle, right? We are doing it for cattle. That's why it is called animal husbandry. Okay. Here we will be talking about cattle, then poultry, chickens, all that. And next we'll be talking about fish and honey, that is bee. Okay. First, let's go for the cattle farming. Here we have why we need cattle farming. Hmm?
Ma'am, because they provide us with milk, leather, and for ploughing also. Ma'am, if the farmer doesn't have tractor, and for ma'am for tongas, ma'am, transportation.
Yes, all this thing. There are two types of animals. First thing I have to tell you, there are two types of species for the cattle in India. Okay, first is Bos indicus. The second one is Bos bubulis. Okay, cow and buffaloes. And on the basis of the work done by the cattle, they can be divided into two categories, that is milch animals. What are those? These are milk producing female or dairy animals. Okay, these are cultivated, like these are formed because of the their capacity to produce milk. The draught animal, what are those?
Ma'am, it's like they are used to do labor in the workrooms.
Yes, labor work, for the labor work. Next we have breeds of cattle. There are two types, indigenous or local breeds. What do I mean by indigenous? Native. I am native to Varanasi. So this indigenous breeds, they are found in mainly in India. Okay, they are selected because of their high resistance to disease. Example: Red Sindhi and Sahiwal. Red Sindhi. This is Red Sindhi.
I have seen these.
Huh? You have seen this?
This one.
And this is Sahiwal.
Why? I've seen Sahiwal.
You have seen this also?
No, Ma'am, I've only seen Sahiwal.
Only seen Sahiwal. Okay. What character do they have? They are highly resistant to diseases. Here they don't get infected quickly. Okay. Next is exotic or foreign breed. Right? They are foreign. They are not from India. They are selected because of their long lactation period.
Ma'am, what is lactation?
Lactation period. See, when cow, right?
Ma'am,
it
is it
gives
like the
birth.
time they can be milked?
Yes, the period where the cow produces milk. Usually, it happens. How does it? When does this happen? When it is giving birth to young one, right? To feed it, the milk is produced, right? And the duration during the milk is produced, right? That is lactation period. Okay. Now we have see this exotic or foreign breeds. They have long lactation period. They have long lactation period. That means they can produce milk for long period of time. Okay. And the example, this is Jersey, then brown Swiss. Okay. And these two, they can cross breed. Okay. The breeding, they can cross breed, and they can we can get desired quality. The desired quality will the hybrid which we are getting, what will it contain, what quality will it have? It will be highly resistant to disease.
Ma'am, and it also has a a large lactose period or something.
Lactation period.
Oh yeah.
Okay. See, it is the period of milk production after the birth of a calf. Okay. Milk production largely depends on the duration of the lactation period. We can increase the milk production by increasing the lactation period. Okay. Next, how we are going to manage there? Everything we will learn in 3 ways. First, we'll learn about the what we'll learn about farming, right? Management. Next, the requirement. Next, the disease. Okay, everything will be like that only for poultry also, and for the fish also, and for the bee also. The management, it will include the breeding. So, in farm management, we will have farm management, right? What is done? There will be proper cleaning, then facilities for the crops, shelter facilities should be there. Okay. Then regular brushing of the animals. The animals should be cleaned regularly, right, to remove dirt and loose hair, right? And also the cattle should be sheltered in well ventilated roofed shed, right? So the cattle's, right, it should be sheltered. Where it should be sheltered, the ventilation should be proper. That means the external air should be coming. Okay, proper ventilation. Then floor of the cattle should be sloping, and also the shelter should be sloping. Like it should be like this, so that the cattle won't be going like this. Like this should be slanted slope, though, so that the cattle can stay, and should be proper. Why? To protect it from rain, heat, and cold. Now, food requirement. Dirty. This is not dirty. This is dirty. I'll even use this. Okay. Why food requirement? Why do cattle needs food?
And because they are living organisms.
Yeah. For to be healthy, right, and to produce milk. And there are two types of animal feed: roughage and concentrates. Roughage, they contain fibers, right, which we cannot digest, but the cattle they can digest. Okay. The leaves, right, those things will be there in the
Roughage.
fiber. Yes, roughage. And in concentrate, which type of food? The food which contains protein, which is rich in protein and carbohydrates, energy giving. Both the things are required for the cattle. Okay. Next, disease in cattle. Right. Now, recently, right, there is disease in cattle, right? What is that? Lumpy virus? No, don't know.
Ma'am, there was also like I know there was one like called cowpox.
Yes. Yes, the mostly the cows are vaccinated. Next, here there are two,
Ma'am, also like lice.
right? What is parasites?
Ma'am, lice. I mean, parasites are like the thing that
They
like
live on living
they
organisms
live
and
on
feed on
living
them.
organisms, and they like uh, they like cause damage,
Yes, they feed.
blood or
They
stuff.
take, yeah, they take in the blood or any nutrition from the body of the host.
Ma'am, like lice.
Yes, lice. So here the cattle will also be having parasites. Okay, there are two types of parasites. That is external parasites. Right, they will the parasite which lives in the skin, which is external. Right, that is external parasites. This will include lice and mites. And internal parasites, lice and mites.
Okay, I
The
don't know
termites
what
solve that.
mites are.
Okay, then internal parasites, hmm,
Internal parasites.
they will affect the internal organ of an organism. That is in the cattle. Okay, okay, it will include worms. Okay, it will damage intestine, stomach, liver. Okay, and cattle will also get infected from the bacteria and virus. Crops are also getting infected by these, right? The same way, cattle will also get infected. So, for preventive method, what is that? Vaccination. Okay. Will any doubt here, Arham?
No, ma'am.
Okay. We'll end our class here then. Thank you.